Yeah. So good evening. All right, so tonight is going to be very interesting. Grab your popcorn, grab your soft drink, call your husband, call your wife, because whenever I host, my husband is always hot. I never knew I could come live, okay? I never knew I'll be coming live today. That's why I didn't post. So this is more like a surprise live session. That's why I did not post. So let me see your comments dropping in. Where are you joining from? I'm not seeing comments. Why? If you can see and hear me clearly, I want to know where you are joining the broadcast from. I'm not really seeing comments. I'm not seeing comments. Yeah. Okay, so today is it's going to be very hot. So please share this video. Share the video. Comments done. Then let me know where you are joining from. I can't seem to see comments. Let me use the second phone to check if I'm just having an issue here. So today, my husband is here with me. It's going to be interesting. I didn't announce this broadcast because I never knew I would come live. I've been down with a little fever. I'm having kata. I'm like, okay, why will I now come online? I'll be doing. My husband said, don't worry, we'll come online together. I'll help you. So since it's been long, I came live. He said, don't worry, I'll help you. Let's just come and I'll do the teaching. So if at the course of this broadcast, I just stand up, I come back. Just understand. Okay. So good afternoon. So it's basically relationship and marriage, most common question and answer. Trust me, you will learn a lot. So I brought my husband so that it won't look like maybe I'm biased. I'll be biased in some of my judgments. Maybe he'll speak. Maybe some men, when they hear it come from a fellow man, they may learn what they need to learn. So I don't know, I'm not seeing comments. So
let me check the comments.
let me check if there are comments, but I'm not seeing it. So I can't even give you people shout outs. I'll help you. Okay.
The comments are here.
Somebody said, you see, but I'm not seeing. Okay, I can see that it's showing on this, but why is it not showing here? Is it because it's like this?
Okay,
Good.
it's coming now. It's coming now.
I can now see it. So keep the comments coming. Let's keep sharing though, so that others will know. I did not announce this broadcast, but it's good to surprise people like that. So my husband is on the hot seat today. So just enjoy yourself tonight. It's going to be awesome. My husband is someone that is not as reserved as I am. He's a sanguine. He likes saying things as it is. So before we start, I want you to share this video. Share it. When you share it, you comment done. Host a watch party. Share to as many groups as possible. Just make sure you're sharing the broadcast. It will help you. So basically today we are going to be answering. Okay, somebody said, good evening. How are you? I got your book you sent to me. All right, from Texas. Hello, how are you? I hope you enjoyed the book. So the book she's actually talking about is my book, Bedroom Dynamics. So a doctor reached me today, this afternoon, and he said he went through my book and he said that book is really rich. Yeah. And you wrote a lot of things that married people don't understand in that book. And he was thanking me. So if you've not gotten hold of Bedroom Dynamics and you're a married woman, I don't know what to tell you again. I'll just tell you that you don't know what you are missing. I addressed a lot of mistakes as regards sex in marriage in this book, especially for women. At least there are so many challenges women face when it comes to sex in marriage, and those are the challenges we handled in this book. So if you have not gotten hold of the book as a married woman, or as a man you've not gotten it for your wife, please try as much as you can. Yeah. Try as much as you can to get it. So let's go right into the question and answer session tonight. So the first question I have for my husband today, please introduce yourself. He's an apostle, Apostle Daniel Akpai. I'm a relationship coach. He's a sex coach. So introduce yourself.
All right, I am Dan, Apostle Daniel Akpai. My wife used to call me Dan Dan, don't mind us. I'm the senior pastor of Rulers of Destiny Ministries, Abuja, and I'm the husband, the one and only husband of Madam Beauty Akbai.
Just one. Okay. All right. So the first question I'm going to be asking him tonight is this. Yes, you'll be getting the book from Amazon before the weekend. It will be on Amazon before this weekend. For those of you that want to get it one-on-one, should just send me a message. The book will be on Amazon. It will be on Okada Books. It will be on Kobo Books too before the weekend, okay? So you could just get it easily. All right. So we are going to be answering some commonly asked questions about relationship and marriage. And maybe before the end of this broadcast, we will give room for general questions from you people. But I have some question. Okay, still with Sendwave. Maybe they'll resolve it. They'll refund it back to you. So I have some questions. I just got a message from Okada Books. It will be on Okada Books too. I have some questions written down here. I'll be asking him. The book is just 3,000 naira. The first question here is this. Man of God. Why do you think marriages fail today? Because I read online where somebody posted, the person was actually working in the court, and the person was crying out because the divorce entries that was coming in was much. And she said in 1 week they've handled, I think, over 100 divorce cases. Yes, we can send to Akwa Ibom. They've handled over 100 cases in a week. Now, so many people are praying for marriage, and so many people are running out of it. What do you think is the major cause of the divorce we have, especially in our era? Because I discovered that most of us actually grew up to see that our parents are living together. It's only few in the eras of maybe our fathers that you discover that even had a breakup. But most of us, I can categorically say that most people are together. Why is it that these days you see marriages 2 years, 1 year, 1 year marriage, 5, 6, some even 30 to 20 years marriage is just divorce? You just see that everybody is. What do you think we are not doing right, or what do you think is the major cause of the problem?
I believe most people prepare for wedding than they prepare for marriage.
Wow.
So that is the foundation I would
Sorry,
like.
it's way bill that is 2.6, way bill to Akwa Ibom. All right, continue.
All right, so many people prefer to prepare for wedding than they prepare for marriage.
Yeah.
Now, wedding is a one-day event where people come together, they join you, people drink, they eat, and all of that. So it holds in 1 day. We spend a lot of money preparing for that particular day. We want it to be a talk of the town. We want it to be everywhere. It's just wedding is a ceremony that lasts for only 1 day. So we spend as much as 1 million, 2 million to ensure the program is loud, event is loud.
Much.
But then the real thing is marriage.
Yeah.
Marriage is what begins after wedding.
Wow. Did you hear that?
Marriage
is what begins
begins after wedding. So now that you have spent a lot of time, energy, money, everything without preparing for marriage, you now begin to see some things in marriage that begin to take you unaware. That is one. The second reason marriages are crashing today is because of lack of marriage goals. Before I got married to my wife, I'm from a broken home. I sat my wife down. I said, look, I'm from a broken home. I don't want my marriage to crash. Share this video if you are watching right now.
If you are joining, share it and comment down. It will be helpful to so many marriages and relationships. So whether you are single or you are married, just share it, okay?
So I told my wife, look, I'm from a broken home. I don't want to have a broken home. And I told her, everything I wanted in marriage, I gave her as a roadmap. So one of the benefits or the advantages of marriage goals is that when you have a marriage goals, it will be like a roadmap,
Yeah.
a guide, a roadmap that will help both of you in achieving it. This means that anytime you want to cross the lane and you remember the marriage goals you have, you say, but this is not part. Listen, every organization that must strive must have objective. All right.
Wow.
Every organization, look at First Bank, UBA Bank, every institution. Remember, marriage is an institution, all right?
Yes, and a
so
covenant.
and a covenant. So if you believe that an organization that must thrive, we must have objective. We must know why we are getting into it. Why are you getting married? Some want to get married because they just want to have children. Some want to get married because they just want to have sex. And I keep telling people that if sex is the reason you are getting into marriage, you are making a big mistake. Because in marriage, you see a lot of responsibilities that will tend to just overshadow your life, and so many things will come up. So sex shouldn't be a basis for it, all right? So lack of marriage goals is another problem. We prepare for wedding than marriage. And how do we prepare for marriage? You prepare for marriage by reading books about marriage, preparing your mind ahead. Now, I saw someone who said, I want to settle that, I want God to bless me this day. I asked the person, how many books have you read about marriage? Now, I made a post sometimes ago advising singles to read books and prepare for marriage. And somebody came and countered it and said, which type of books did our mothers read? And I told the person that, look, some of our mothers did not go to school. They didn't have opportunity to read or write.
Generation is different
and
from
our
our
generation is different. But then, there's something they did. Most of our mothers, before they got married, somebody advised them.
It's true.
You will see an elderly person that has been married for some time, sit you down. What do we get from books? We get knowledge and information from books. So they didn't go to school, but someone will sit them down and look, this thing you want to go into, this is marriage, this is marriage. These are things you are expected to see in marriage. And guess what? Some of these are parents that didn't read books about marriage we are talking about. Some of them bear their marriages.
It's true.
Yes. Some of, like my own mom, my dad, the marriage crashed. Some of them beared it. Talking about sex now, I can tell you that those who got married in 80s, I can tell that most of them did not enjoy sex in marriage. Because, yes,
the man that be the woman.
The woman, most of the women did not enjoy sex in marriage. And I will explain. The reason is this. Most men I am talking out of studies. Most men in that time believe when they want, they touch woman, they climb, they come down. That's all. So you now see that they didn't pay attention to the satisfaction of the woman. But this era, we have ladies that, look, I need to be satisfied too. So you see, things are changing. We still live in the same world, but things are changing. And the approach, you need to carefully look at the approach, all right? So there are so many things that are responsible for high rates of divorce, which I mentioned some already.
Then another thing that causes divorce in our era is impatience. See, marriage is not child's play. And the way people normally say these days, any small thing, I'm done.
I'm done.
They are walking
I'm
out.
done.
I'm done. I'm walking out. I don't understand. Do you think you entered a joke? Because one of the things that makes people run out of marriage these days, I posted it this afternoon. One of the things that makes people run out of marriage is they think they know what marriage is until they entered. They discover that it is not actually what they were thinking that marriage is. That marriage is a whole lot of total package. So, you know, little things these days, people say, I want to move out, I'm done. Like, is it that easy? And we settled some couples recently, and my husband, I was telling them that if you think that a woman is bad or a man is bad, and you leave the person to go and marry another person, you may be surprised at what you will see, because you must understand that the person you are going to be marrying has imperfections. And some of these imperfections are made known to you even before you marry. Some you don't even know until you marry. You discover some of these things in the life of the person you married. Now, what do you do if you enter this thing? Number two, the second thing marriages lack these days that are breaking is lack of compromise. Nobody wants to bend.
It's true. Wow.
Nobody wants to bend. Nobody wants to give up anything. Nobody wants to sacrifice anything. Everybody just wants to get. If we all enter into marriage with the perspective or the mindset of giving it our best, serving each other, you saying, I'm going to serve you to the best of my ability. The man is saying, I'm going to serve you to the best of my ability. You are entering it with the mindset that, see, we are going to do this thing. We'll try as much as we can to make this work. Marriage will be very difficult for you. Now, everybody, I believe, so many people, another thing that causes issues in marriage these days is what I call self-centeredness. Some people just want, somebody says, face mark, how can I give you corona through the screen? Some people say about me, I deserve respect, I deserve love, I deserve this. Now, when you understand that marriage is never about you, you will have rest. It involves the two of you. So, most people are putting I, me, this. When it becomes about you, you will have problem, because it is never about you. It is a two-way thing. And in the institution of marriage, another thing I see reasons why people break marriages, they don't see it as a covenant. Covenants are not easily broken. Some people just see it as moving into the house and staying with a man. If it is really a covenant, you don't break covenant, because some people don't understand that when you make these vows, you are making it before God, and you have witnesses, physical witnesses about that could attest to the fact that you say you will stay with this person. You think what you are saying in good, in bad, in this, in that, you think you are just saying it. You are committing to that person. You are telling them that, see, in good and in bad means, you are saying, I should practice social distance with my husband. House. You people should come and stay between us now. Now, well done. Come and do the social distance between me and my husband.
Or even do it on the bed too.
Please, if you are married, don't even sleep on the same bed because of social distance. You hear? Please allow me concentrate, please, you people. Now, we'll talk about that. That one is another one. Another thing is people not taking responsibility. They are not doing what they are supposed to do. Trust me if I tell you that if everybody obeys what the Bible says about marriage, we won't be having issues today. Number one, if the husband will do what Bible says you should do, and the wife will do what the Bible requires of her to do, and it's we simple. Make up our mind to do it with all our hearts, marriages will not break today.
Another reason marriages are breaking is incompatibility.
Exactly. Now, if the Bible says I should respect my husband, I should submit to him. Now, submission is one concept people don't want to hear these days. But you must understand that if as a woman you can't submit or respect your husband, you can't remain married. Forget about these feminism things that are going, forget about these feminism things that are flying up and down. And so many people are saying rights, equal rights, this, I deserve the respect. So people go as far as saying you can only submit to a husband that loves you or treats you well. You know what the Bible says? It said that you submit to your husband as unto the Lord. So you submitting to your husband is not even you doing your husband a favor. It is you referencing the Lord. So if you see it as you referencing God, you won't see it as a big deal. Now, submit to your husband as submit to the Lord. Can you be arguing with God? Can you insult God? You see those things you cannot do to God, you don't do it to your husband. And the Bible went ahead to say, husbands and wives submitting one to another as unto the Lord. And it says that the husband, Ephesians chapter, is it 5:20? Yes. He said to the husband,
Somebody is asking for ring.
He said to the husband, he said, love your wife as Christ loves the church. Let me tell you the perfect definition of the kind of love Christ has for the church. Unconditional. She doesn't have to submit before I show her love. Do you know that the husband's responsibility is even higher than that of us submitting? Do you know? Because the Bible says, while we were yet sinners, Christ came to die for us. So what God requires of you as the husband is that even in her flaws, you shower her with love. Even in her flaws, shower her with love. That's why I believe people are not having Bible marriage. That is why marriages are crashing. I don't know whether then another thing that is putting asunder in marriages today is people are seeing so many unrealistic things on social media.
The world.
Everybody is coming to post about marriage.
Everybody is a marriage counselor.
Everybody is a
even
marriage
from
counselor.
The wrong people.
You could see people who don't even have relationship orientation. People who have broken homes. They will come online. They post some things about marriages. A woman comes, you see. I once saw where they posted in a group where they were talking about what is submission in Africa. Some people said lying down for your man to walk on your head. Now imagine as a woman, you are in that kind of a group. Your mind is polluted. And you are now thinking that, and forgetting that those people posting on social media are not doing to their husband what they are claiming they do. You will now go to your husband's house and you are now acting the way you are not supposed to act. I believe marriages are breaking today because many were built on the wrong foundation. Another one, any marriage that is built on a wrong foundation will not last. Some people got married not because they love the person, but because they impregnated her.
Some because of money.
Some people got married because of money. Some people got married to bear children. So when people are entering, yes, when people are entering with different mindsets without even knowing the reason for it. I posted this afternoon about my premarital class for March edition. Let me tell you why I started premarital class. Let me tell you why I started it. The report for marriages was becoming too much. Okay? See, if sometimes 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. I am replying messages. There's a problem in my marriage. I'm tired. I am not doing again. I'm like, okay, where are we getting it wrong? I'm like, okay, people are not getting the right knowledge they are supposed to get. Recently, I went to register for a driving school. And before they could even give me a car to start driving, they introduced me to the car first. They said, this is the steering. Yes, it's on YouTube too. They said, this is the steering. This is brake. This is the clutch. This is something for the light. This is this. They introduced it to me so that when I enter into the car, I'll be familiar with some of the things in the car. I will know when to match brake. I will know when to match the accelerator. I will know when to put gear 1 or gear 2. A lot of people are entering into marriage today without having the proper knowledge on marriage. My husband has touched on that. Without having a proper knowledge about marriage. And that's why we started the premarital school. My premarital school, people that have been married for over 20 years come to register. I've trained over 240 people from close to 50 countries. People that have been married to even up to 20 years, they come to register. They say, see, we are doing this marriage wrong. We want to learn. So we are coming back, teach us. Now imagine entering into marriage where you have little or no knowledge about it. Now you have entered. misunderstanding come, you are confused.
I want to ask
Because you
something
don't have
as
knowledge on
regards the
conflict
knowledge.
management.
As regards the knowledge,
Yes.
if now I have said it before, I don't know if I made this statement during one of your broadcasts. My wife said, I am a good husband, suitable for her. Many times she has met me, she said, you are a good man.
Yeah.
She's here. Do you know one thing? It was one book that I read about marriage. One book that I read about marriage. The book was written by, it's written by Faith Oyedepo. The Covenant of Marriage. I read that book in 2007. So I had not even met my wife as a young guy growing in God I told myself that my marriage must work. I took action.
Exactly.
I went for knowledge. Now, it's very important. If, like that premarital class she was talking about, people have enrolled from everywhere. Knowledge is very important. Do you know that if you equip yourself with the right information, with the right
when
knowledge,
the program comes,
you will know what to do. Now, listen to this. Wisdom and knowledge are two different things.
and the thing is, we are busy training only our daughters.
So the men have to plug in too. So wisdom and knowledge are two different things. Now listen to this. Wisdom is the application of the knowledge you have acquired.
Exactly.
Now at this point you are faced with a particular challenge in your marriage. What is going to help you at that time is the knowledge you have acquired. So applying that knowledge is what we call wisdom. But now, when your brain is empty of marriage preparation, you do not have information.
Nothing.
When you are confronted with it, what will come out of you is your normal this, and you keep making mistake. Remember, if you think you know, when you are taught, you will believe you never knew.
Exactly. Then I discovered when I started this premarital class, it was only women that were registering. Only women that will register. A woman will just come, register, and I say, okay, what happened to men? Even mothers, when we are getting married, you discover that they focus on advising the female more than the man. The question is it only a woman that can make marriage work? Like I said in the beginning, I said it is the responsibility of the two. If the wife knows what to do and the husband knows what to do too, it becomes way much easier for you people to enjoy this thing called marriage. So after that, I discovered that men started enrolling. They will enroll with their fiancé. They'll say, come, let us go and learn. And they are groomed and taught ahead for marriage. So those of you that are watching me and you've not enrolled in the class before, you can enroll. I'm going to drop a link maybe before the end of this so that you join a temporary WhatsApp group so that we can enroll you for the March edition. Get all the knowledge you need to get. Even a business you want to start, if you don't have enough knowledge about that business, you will lose money. It is the same in marriage everywhere. So the second question I'm going to ask my husband, the second question I'm going to ask you is this: why do men cheat? Because this is one question. I'm asking questions I easily get. Okay?
All right.
Why do men cheat? And how can you handle a partner that cheats?
Okay. Yes, why do men...
Okay, the premarital class registration is just 5,000.
All right, so why do men cheat? Now, the answer I'm going to be giving is going to be for both. Why do men or women cheat? Because it is not only men that cheat. Some women too cheat, even in marriage. Some women too cheat. So,
okay, I just dropped a link. I don't know if it dropped.
All right, so why do people cheat, either man or woman?
Okay, that's the link. Let me pin it
All
down.
right.
Those of you that are talking about the premarital class, it's an online class, so you can do whether you are abroad or anywhere. I just pinned down the link. So if you click on this link, it will take you to a WhatsApp group where you get all the information you need to get. After the class, I'll drop a message in the group. But for now, even if you are not in Nigeria, you are abroad, it's online, okay? If you want to join the premarital class, just click on the link below. It will take you to a WhatsApp group. Continue.
All right, so the name of the book is The Covenant of Marriage by Faith Oyedepo, for those asking. So why do men or women cheat in marriage?
Please share this video.
First of all, I will emphasize on this. Cheating begins with lack of self-control. Any man or any woman that cheats on his wife, on her husband, did that or does that because he or she lacks self-control. Now listen to this. That you are married, that you wear wedding ring, does not guarantee that people will not ask you out. That ladies will not come after you. That you are married does not mean you are exempted from being tempted as a man or as a woman. And that's why one of the fruit of the spirit is self-control. So that has helped me over time. So anyone who cheats, number one, the person cheats because he or she has no self-control. Number two, anyone who cheats because he or she does not know the consequences of infidelity.
Exactly.
If you know the consequences of cheating, you will never dare it. Now, let's take for example, imagine you are just an upcoming person who is trying to grow himself or herself. You are still coming up. Tomorrow, God helps you become very wealthy. Somebody you cheated with can come up and set you up tomorrow. All right? So you need to be very, very careful, because it's not all about now. All right? It's not all about now. So you have to be very careful. First of all, it's a lack of self-control. Number two, you have to be careful of your future. I told you the consequence. Tomorrow, somebody you cheated with can come after you.
Yeah.
That's number two. Number three, one dangerous consequence of cheating is that it places your life on a high risk. Because the person you are cheating and messing with has another lover somewhere who can kill you. I'm talking about the physical aspect. I'm not talking about the spiritual battles involved yet. And now listen, I want to speak to the men here. My wife is here. By the special grace of God, I have been married July to be 9 years. By the special grace of God, I have never cheated on my wife. I have never touched a woman lustfully, to talk more of having sex with any woman. And I told my wife, I said, it is not because I am afraid of you. It's because I made a deliberate decision that on the last day when I die, I will meet God and say, God, I did my part. I have never cheated on my wife. So that has helped me. So the reason why people cheat again is lack of decision.
Yeah.
When you make that, listen, a person, decision is stronger than addiction.
Exactly.
A person whose mind is not made up can fall for anything. When your mind is made up, you are not falling.
Yes, sir.
So these are some of the reasons people cheat on their spouse.
Secrecy.
Good.
That's what I was going to say.
So secrecy, we need to handle.
Now, when you discover, do you know that as married couples, it's possible that your mind will wander.
It's true.
It happens to some people. Maybe they got close to an opposite sex and they discovered that this cheating thing is applicable to both men and women. Now, I want to state this categorically, that marriage does not stop the temptation for cheating. And like he said, some people cheat because they don't know the consequence. Cheating actually destroys you that is cheating. And the Bible says the Lord will judge anyone that cheats upon their partner. He said the marriage bed should be kept pure and undefiled, that the adulterer God will judge. So that alone scares me. Then secrecy, when you discover that you are beginning to have your feelings wandering,
or
maybe
someone
from
is
one
giving
place
you
to
sign.
another, somebody is giving you sign. One of the ways to deliver yourself is to quickly tell your partner about it.
And we do that a lot.
I don't understand. Even as I'm married like this, somebody asked me out not long, quite long. The thing is, most people, when you notice that you are chatting with an opposite sex, and the chat is going out of hand, stop it. Or report to your partner, because some people will just be comfortable doing it.
It will be growing.
We are just friends. Before you know, you are now beginning to share your feelings with the person. You are beginning to share your thoughts with the person. You are feeling bad. You are now feeling more comfortable talking with this person than your spouse. That is you entering one chance without knowing. It is advisable that you just tell your partner on time. See, this is what is happening. I don't understand our movement. Can we just talk about it? Or your partner will even help you overcome it. And partner, please, when
They confide in you.
when they confide in you, please
Don't use it.
don't
against
judge them, so that they can be free to tell you next time. Some people, you tell them, hey, why did you even get close to this person? Why did you people chat? How did you people even meet? You know, you make the person start regretting all of a sudden by telling you. Then another thing that makes people cheat is when they don't have a good relationship with God. Okay, that's why I tell you, as believers, strive to grow with your partner spiritually, because there is a way you will fear God that you will even do this thing. It all boils down to the fear of God and self-control. Now, what do you do when your partner is a cheat?
Yes, before I hit that, another thing that lead to cheating is influence. When you have friends that are into it, they will influence you. There will be peer pressure.
Yes.
If you are a man, they'll say, you don't want to have babe, you don't want to have side chicks,
Yes,
you are
one
afraid
woman.
of your wife. Why will you be having one woman? They'll be pushing you, not knowing that the people trying to influence you are jealous of your lifestyle, your faithfulness to your spouse. So you must deal with that. So you ask a question now.
What would a woman do when the husband cheats?
Now, it's simple. If you know your husband cheats, first, I know it's painful. And what I'm going to say, you may be saying, is because you are a pastor, you are speaking this way. If your husband cheats, pray for him. Because I can't come and tell, yes, I know that, I know you, some of you may have some scripture in your heart, but then, if you can forgive your husband, forgive him, pray for him. I've seen a situation where a man went out cheating, even left the family. I met the family, prayed. I met the daughter, prayed for them. And after about 15 years, the man left the stranger and came back to his wife. So, if you see his cheat, don't even go physical, go spiritual. Pray for him. Ask God to help him. Why? If he now loves God, he will run from sin.
It's true.
People who are comfortable with sin are those who are not close to God. You can't use fire to quench fire. So pray for, if your spouse is cheating, do all you, if you know you love the person, do all you can to, if not for anything, the person needs to be saved.
Exactly. Then another thing you need to do, find out why the person is cheating. Are you doing your responsibility well, either as the man or the woman? Are you getting sexual satisfaction? Are you really giving your husband? Because, you know, some people don't, I know that there's no excuse to cheating, but make sure on your part as the man or the woman that you are fulfilling your role very well, so that it will even help this person to even stop cheating. Okay? Then another thing, another question I want to ask. What should one, this one is for single people, what should one consider when choosing a life partner? What is one thing somebody should pay attention to or consider when choosing a life partner?
All right, it's very easy. I'm going to be mentioning them one after the other. If you are single, you are watching this, whether you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are watching, before you get married to anyone, the first thing you must consider is the fear of God. Any man or woman that fears God can easily be controlled by God.
Exactly.
But you know, there are people who have no regard for God.
You don't even have
They say, I beg, forget, I beg. Consistently, they speak against God. They don't even believe anything God. They just ignore. A person who has no regard for God cannot have regard for you.
Exactly.
Because there are times in his life, the only person that can talk to him is Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
So if the value for God is not there, you are not saved. Number two, what you must consider before you marry is compatibility.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Listen to this. This may confuse you. You can love someone you are not compatible with.
It's true.
Don't make that mistake.
It's true.
Compatibility has to do with you understanding yourselves.
Other.
So you can love someone you don't understand. So the risk of it is that your talks are always opposite. When you are to talk, he will be telling you don't talk. When you are not meant to talk, he will say talk. So compatibility is key, because I believe that a marriage that must work must begin with God first, then compatibility. The ability to understand yourself. Listen to this. My wife and myself understand ourselves to the point that we can even say our mind at times. My wife will tell somebody, there was a day I was coming home, Mama's PA was at home. The moment I entered, I said, where is my wife? My wife shouted. They were just laughing in the kitchen. Do you know what they did?
When he comes, this is the first thing he will say.
She told the PA that when my husband comes, the first thing he will say is, where is my wife? And I said, so you see compatibility. That we are able, so some decision we even make, we agree like almost the same time. Because of we try to, we are compatible, we try to understand from different angles. So make sure the person knows God. Number 2, make sure you are compatible. Number 3, vision.
Exactly.
Don't marry, I want to. I'm about to. Don't marry anybody.
Then you know what? The vision will guide you.
It will guide you.
You will know whether you want to work with this person. Because if somebody doesn't even have a purpose, how will you know if this person will accommodate your own vision? Because you have a vision. The person you are going to be marrying has got to have a vision. It is by his own vision you will know whether your own vision is in line. Very important. Make sure the person has a plan, because you want to marry somebody, you know your future and your family's future is secured in their hand. Then another one, character. Aside the beauty, check out character, especially when they are put under pressure. How do they behave? What do they do? Another thing you must consider is, how do you people handle conflict when people are having misunderstanding?
Conflict management.
I teach all this in my premarital school. See, if you want to just go register for the school, click on this link, join. Check how they behave. Number 3, what you must consider if you must settle down. Or 4, check out the people they hang out with. It will show you a picture of the kind of person he is.
Okay, why are you wearing the ring on the right? It's the camera.
We
are using the front camera, so the front camera will swap it left to right.
Follow this, the important message they are passing across. Like I said, check out the company office. Then another thing you must consider the family, their tradition, everything. Is it something you can work on? Somebody asked a question that, can you fully understand your partner before marriage? No.
You can't.
It's a continuous process. You people get to learn with time, but you can't tell me you understand them totally before marriage.
Even till you die.
It's not possible. So these are just few of the things. Then make sure the person has a mentor or somebody they respect, somebody they are accountable to, somebody you can report them to. There are some people that don't even have anybody like that in their life.
They don't have respect for anybody.
They don't have respect. Then when something comes up in the marriage, who will you report him to or her to? Make sure the person you are marrying has this person. Then some people say beauty is important too. You'll be looking at this person for the rest of your life. Is this somebody you'll be comfortable waking up to every day? Because even if people change after marriage, I wasn't this fat when I was single. I was very slim. What if she becomes fat in future? You need to consider so many things.
Then you need to consider
money too, finances.
You need to consider finances. You need to consider purpose.
Exactly.
You see why is important. Who you marry affects your purpose.
Exactly.
Either negatively or positively. I have seen people who got married. After they got married, what they were doing, their career, everything, they shut it down. I have seen a woman who was working in NNPC before. The husband said, I am not secured with that place you work. The woman resigned. Today, they are both suffering. I have seen a woman who was into singing ministry, who was doing well before. She was everywhere. When they got married, the husband said, I don't want you to sing. Today, she's nowhere to be found. I've seen quite a number of people who were doing well in their career, in their purpose, in their assignment, that after wedding, everything went down. So before you marry anyone, ensure you do your study. Do they support your purpose?
Okay, let's go to the next question because we are running out of time. Now, another question. Someone said, my husband does not say sorry. Is this general with men? Why is it difficult for men to apologize? I'm not going to generalize it because this one, hey, even apologize more than me in this relationship. So why do you think men don't apologize? Why?
I feel if you know God personally, in fact, the summary is that any man who does not apologize is not a lover of peace.
It's true, Sha.
See, somebody like me now, I love peace. Like peace. I don't want wahala at all. Even to outsiders. So people have offended me. Even it's not even marriage alone. No. Even outsiders. Okay, let me tell you something. Last week, I have two people in church who had misunderstanding. Two of my workers, three of them, they had misunderstanding with them. The one that was offended, I called. I say, I am very sorry. I say, I'm very, very sorry. Please. So while I was apologizing, he said, but that is sorry. It hasn't got into that. Why are you apologizing? So you see that even if those two other people offended him, my apology has created peace. I don't know if you understand. Some men who find it difficult to apologize is because they don't love
See,
peace.
and women, I want to tell you something. Men are not emotional beings. Okay? They don't want to be put in a state where they are emotional. A man may not tell you he's sorry, but his action show.
Is true.
Some will just come and start talking to you directly. I tell women, accept it and move on. Some may begin to begin to behave nice. If they can even help you cook or bring you food. They can even clean. Just to say, but they will not open mouth. But some women will be demanding it. See, my dear, if his action shows he's sorry, accept it and move on. Men are not emotional beings like women. It is nothing for women. But sometimes when his actions shows
that is remorseful,
sorry, or is showing remorse, I believe apology. Somebody said I refuse to accept his money. Okay, I'll give you another link to pay through. Okay, just send me a message. It's reporting me to my husband since I don't accept from Sendwave. I don't use it, please. So that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't want to be put in that, just accept and move on. That's how men are. The next thing, the question that is here is, my husband doesn't touch me. What should I do?
Touch. All right.
No, I get a lot of reports from married women that their husband can go for months without having sex with them. Now, do you think it's even possible for a man to stay for months? A normal man. It's not like he's having sexual problem. Okay, even if there's sexual problem, it's not like he's having.
Should be a day there will be light.
Okay. It's not every time NEPA will not have light. Okay, so we'll say maybe 6 months. Okay, could it be that the man is having it elsewhere? Or do you think a married man will stay? Please give us some reasons. For months without touching the wife, please.
If you stay for months, your husband doesn't touch you. Number one, it could be medical reason. All right, I have to balance it. If he's having medical problem, of which I am of the opinion
Please share this video, share it.
I am of the opinion that if you are having medical issue as a man, you tell your wife.
Exactly.
So she won't put pressure. When a man is not touching his wife, number one, is either is having a medical problem. Medical problem has to do with erectile dysfunction, maybe has erection problem, ejaculation problem. Because when men are having this issue, they feel their pride is gone. the hair. So they wouldn't want to come. It disgraces them.
With their emotions.
Yes, it disgraces
and
them.
mostly when they're having this issue, they will be avoiding.
They will be avoiding you because inside them it disgraces them. That how will I come? I won't be able to stand as a man. They begin to form busy. Busy and all of that. So when you discover that the last time he came, he was having erectile dysfunction, quick ejaculation, and this time he's always trying to avoid you. He's trying to claim busy. Some of them are trying to fix their problem, all right, but they don't want to tell you because men hardly admit they are having medical problem regarding that. Number two, when your husband is not touching you, it might be that he's cheating. Because
I wonder how a married man,
if he's getting,
if you are single, you are not supposed to have sex, we know, but married man,
if in my 20 years, if he's getting from outside, then the urge won't be there for him to do with you, all right. Then number three, if your man is not touching you, it could be depression, anxiety, depression, anxiety, because stress. Because most times stress can kill. I was speaking with a married man a few days ago with the wife. He was telling me, he says stress, that when he comes home, that do you know stress reduces libido?
Yeah.
So these are some of the things. For you not to work on assumption, if your husband is not touching you, try to find out the last time he touched you, was he okay? If it's 100% perfect,
do you deliver? That's why I tell you, all these married women buy bedroom dynamics that you will not buy. Are you delivering? Because trust me, if the man is enjoying it, he not go let you rest.
It's true. You keep chasing.
He will be pursuing you up and down. How are you giving it?
And this man say if it's not hygienic, she's not hygienic. Yes,
hygiene,
if your wife
too
is not hygienic, tell her, talk to her. But there are ways you can do that. So you won't speak against her confidence. If your wife, for example, the armpit smell, you just come say, I beg, or the mouth is smelly, she doesn't brush. You say, I beg, shift your body smelly, this. That woman will never have self-confidence anytime you are making love again till she dies. But there are ways you can communicate. You can buy this toothpaste is
Which
good.
Relationship? No, we are talking about marriage. Please don't do sex in relationship.
Please.
Another question, he say, how should I tell my husband I don't enjoy sex with him?
It's simple. Many women are as a sex coach, I've counseled a lot of people, so I know what I'm talking about. Many women, I can tell you that out of 100%, 70% of women don't enjoy sex in marriage. I can tell you. But you know the problem? The reason why they remain in that is because they don't know how to tell their husband. The problem is, in this Africa, when some women say the husband will now see them as spoiled people. Wait, if I'm not spoiled for my husband, who am I spoiled for? So if you are not enjoying sex and you want to, you don't know how to tell your husband, this is how to communicate it. Fix a day, or you can go on a date with your husband. It could be your house, it could be anywhere. On that date, tell your husband everything he has done that you appreciate. All right. Now listen to this. Before you correct a man, boost his ego. You can't just come and begin to correct a man
directly. It may weaken him.
It will weaken him. Before you correct a man, in all correction, boost his ego. So what are you going to do? You just give yourselves the opportunity to tell him how much you appreciate him, everything he has done for you. Then let him tell you the things you do that he's grateful to God for and all of that. Then as you begin to appreciate, then ask him, tell me what I do as your wife that you don't like. Let him be the one to pour his heart, all right? Then the next thing is, as you hail him, he's well, he's a nice man, he's wonderful, you are good and all of that. But you say, there's another thing, I want us to spice up our sex life.
You tell him
the wisdom.
Things like, I enjoy the way you are doing.
You are doing.
Start from that.
Yes.
But there's another one I enjoy.
Yes.
What if you do it like this?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So just try that as you are trying to pass the message across to him. that you are not enjoying.
Share the video.
Okay? As you are trying to pass the message across to him that you are not enjoying.
Keep boasting in
Boost his ego first, so
ego.
you don't kill him. Just tell him, what if we just try this? I think I enjoyed this, but you are a
Adventure.
Superman. As you are doing that, be hailing him, because every man wants to know he's doing well. So throwing it at him directly like that is not good. So tell him what you enjoy. Number 2, feel free and tell him, because most times these men really wish that you enjoy them. So telling him will not injure his ego. Okay, now this question goes to you. Can I marry somebody who has a child before?
Somebody said I die here. Don't die. All right. Marry someone who has a child before.
Can I marry somebody?
Now, you need to know, first of all, what will determine the answer is the reason for the child.
But because trust me, there are some women who have children
Yes.
and are not lucky,
Yes.
but they are very nice.
Yes, that's why
I know people that have made a good wife.
Yes, yes. So
If the person has all the qualities you want, why
No,
not? And
why
if you
not?
can shoulder the responsibility for the child, and you know you can shower the child love, why not? But it's good, you know.
just try
Make
to
your
know the
findings,
reason.
okay?
Make your findings to be sure you are not taking somebody else's wife. All right, you are not taking somebody else's husband. Just make the finding. But as regards having a child, single parent, single father, there's nothing bad as long as you are okay. There's nothing bad.
Okay, one of the final questions I have here is, what is allowed and what is not allowed when it comes to in-law? Please share this video if you are just joining. We are taking some important question and answer on relationship, and I have my husband here today. What is allowed and what is not allowed when it comes to in-laws?
All right. Now listen. Never bring your spouse down before your parents.
Yeah.
For example, now, like when I got married, the moment I got married, I called a meeting. I called a family meeting. My siblings, I called everyone. I said, look, I am married now. I said, this is my wife. I said, any day, any of you talk to my wife anyhow, insult my wife, fight my wife, I gave the warning because I know the kind of stubborn siblings are. So I drew the line. And guess what? From that day, they respect her, they place her there. Then another thing is this. Don't in any occasion take your marital case. For example, now my wife offend me, I take to my people.
Yes.
I report my wife to my people. Because the danger is this. When we are done settling, they will still be hating her.
Exactly.
Because my mother will still want to be supporting me. Now my son be this. Don't give my son trouble. Her mother will want to support. So you need to be careful. Ensure you handle your issues within, and don't try to sell your spouse outside. Cover up for each other.
Exactly. And I feel the thing is this: when you're entering into a marriage, you know, so many people have been so polluted about in-laws that before they go enter marriage, they're already hating their in-laws. You must understand that they are your family too. You are marrying their brother, so you have to adopt them. You are marrying their sister. You have to adopt them so that you will show them love and treat them the way you treat your family members, and let them know their boundaries. You are not allowed to say this to my wife, or you are not allowed to say this to my husband. Now that I'm married, you can't go to the pot and fetch food the way you like, because it's not like before. Somebody now is in charge of the kitchen. So I believe when you draw the line, everybody will know what and what not to do. Now I have another question here. My wife is holy when it comes to sex. She doesn't allow adventure because she believes some sexual position or styles are sinful.
The answer is simple. Buy your wife bedroom dynamics. It's simple. It's written by an ordained pastor.
That is me.
And my wife wrote it. So buy. If it was, just buy for her. Because she's been limited by her knowledge.
Yes.
So buy for her.
There are some married women that feel that there are some things you should not do in sex. There are some things. Or I will advise you to go, okay, I don't know. Just go to my YouTube channel. You'll see some things there. Then get bedroom dynamics. Make her understand, okay, that when it comes to sex in marriage, you people are allowed to
Fire.
enjoy.
Don't even go to that sex in case I'll
My husband can be raw. Okay, talk small. So that some married people here can understand.
Now, you are married. You are telling your husband that one particular sex style is a sin. You are telling your wife that this particular sex style is a sin.
Please click on this link to join the WhatsApp group for premarital class registration for March. You can get the book there. Just send me a message that you need the book or you want to participate for the class. When you click on this link, it will take you straight to WhatsApp. When we get to WhatsApp, when I'm done with this broadcast, I will off the comments so that people will not distract us in that WhatsApp. If you are sending a message, you send to me directly after I post all the necessary things you need to know. But please, you need to register for that March class. Then if you want to get the book, those of you that are asking, use this link to get the book. Just click on the link. Tell me you need the book. I will answer you. So continue.
You are married. God joined two of you. The
Please
Bible
share
says,
the video.
the Bible
Share.
says what God has joined together. Let
Let no
no
man.
man put asunder. Since you married, madam, a missionary you did.
Stomach.
Is
That
your
will
father
start.
a missionary? Even if he's a missionary, you see,
People should not allow him talk.
some of these things, man, you have to wake up. Stop this. Some will even do opening prayer, worship before sex. Some will even tie a tie. You need to know that when it comes to sex in marriage, anytime you are firing, God will tell you, my son, my daughter,
Right
right on.
on.
Enjoy yourself. Change ties. But change ties, you say you not change. Take care of yourself. You say no. Your husband say I want quick. You say you are not in the mood. I know as the thing there, if he hook you, he get the way they do, but you know. So now husband say, give me quick. You say no, leave me. These children, that one. A man that does not hold body will go out to.
Exactly.
Ma, if you say you are tired, give him back.
Good.
If you are tired, you say you are, because one thing you must know is that sex in marriage, two of you cannot be in the mood. One person will be in the mood first. If your guy is the one who is in the mood and you are tired, lie down, give him back. If your spirit is not ready, the flesh should be willing. Because all this thing I'm telling you now, some pastors will tell you and people are dying.
I'm telling you.
Your wife wants it. You say, madam, leave me. You too like sex. If you don't like your sex, where you go? If you don't demand from you, where you go? You are making your wife feel like she's a prostitute.
I'm telling you.
You say all the time
your
sex.
prostitute.
You say all the time sex. That's what you tell your wife. Oga, if your wife get demand for sex, give her. If you no give her, go look for somewhere. If you no gold. So if your wife loves sex too much, sir, upgrade. Upgrade, I'm telling you. Upgrade and begin to fire. Sir, you get level where. See, listen, in every home, one person must like sex more than the other. Do you know what you do? If you see that your spouse likes sex more than you need to upgrade. If you are still in Android 8 version, upgrade to Android 12. People are still using Apple. You are still talking of Android. You need to upgrade to meet up. Do you know what? If you don't do it, the day your husband or your wife try outside and they do am for her, well, bro, sis, he's gone. When it comes to sex, I don't joke.
We don't joke.
I am a man of war.
Yes, we are for war. We don't joke with it. We make it a priority. The mistake most married people do is they don't even want to talk about it. They don't want to make
Pastors can't talk
That's
about
how you
it.
people behaving like you are holy and you have children. Where did the children come
They
from?
fall from heaven.
Now, how do you even manage to stay 2 weeks? You have not touched each other. What work are you people
2
doing?
weeks. Not that they will.
Wait, what work?
Wait till happen. You born pikin. I die or waiting. 2 weeks. I no fire. No.
You are married. Do you know research even has it that if you are not having, research has it that if for 2 weeks you even stay, you people are not having, una love never even strong well. How much more? Some people will stay for 1 month, 2.
1 month. Nada. I cannot try that except she born pikin.
Or I travel.
Or they travel self. As a travel, I no follow you.
Shebi I just
She say one
for Christmas.
She say one travel for Christmas. Leave only me. I calculate how many days. She say 4 or 3 days. I say we move. 3 days. Who will you leave me for? I follow. Yes, call me follow. I agree. I was born to follow. And what happened there? The rest is testimony.
So that's what I'm saying. Your sex life is boring in marriage because you are not making it a priority. You are not making it a priority. You are seeing it as job. If you see sex as work, it will be work for you people.
I go be work. Baby, and employ me. Wait, that if that kind work,
If
I
that
like
is
am.
work, employ your husband or your wife.
But let me say something.
Yes.
If your spouse is giving you well, you go like am.
Una no go even quarrel.
Oh, you get the.
It's because you people are not even having
Wait.
frequent sex. That's why you people are always
If you
quarreling.
quarrel, who go give me?
Except if you are cheating. Except if you are cheating, to be sincere. But if you know sincerely, you don't get anywhere where they get am from, and you people are married, it will not make you people have frequent misunderstanding. It bond. Sex in marriage is a bonding agent. It bonds the both of you together. That's why the both of you are now looking like brothers and sisters, because sex is now work.
It's
now,
true.
some women will go as far as saying, is it food? My dear, it's food.
It's
oh.
food.
Sweet food.
Kilo chele. Na food. It's a
Serious
kind of
food.
food that if it's not in your home, now
You
let
go
me
kwashoko.
let me tell you
Your own will be
something.
like kwasho, you know kwashoko.
Couples that quarrel frequently don't have good sex.
Case closed. Should we just close the service?
The table's leg scattered.
Should we close?
But me like this, nowhere, even church, everywhere. My wife follow. And if we
Shebi,
quarrel today,
I just should have said our father-in-law nearly catch us.
If we-
went to visit them. I'm sorry, we shouldn't be saying it in public. Went to visit them. That's how one thing lead to another. And
there was a knock on the door while I was praying for her. The man say,
while we're busy doing worship,
open the door.
he came and started knocking.
I say, baby, don't answer.
I said, please calm down. I did not lock this door well. Husband said, I'm not going anywhere. I said, somebody's knocking. Please.
He said, the man said, I am on phone. Your sister want to
He said,
talk to
somebody
you.
wants to talk to you on
I
phone.
say, baby, no, you are not going. The man said, won't you open this door?
My father was insisting. I
You-
said, Daddy, I will call the person later. You just go. I'm coming. I lie. The man.
Before I know, he come dey shake the door. I say, I don't die. I say, baby, I will frustrate your father. Because that time, and I had to stop praying.
He said, will frustrate my father. I said, wait, on top sex? Women, you need to understand. You need to understand how important
In the
sex.
morning, I was greeting him, I was mourning.
You need to understand how important sex is to your husband. You can't come and be doing anyhow when it comes to that. If you value your marriage, that's what I'm just telling you my own. If your pastor tell you, your pastor is doing for his wife, your own, you don't do, your marriage will have K-leg. So even if you have a problem, look for solution on how you can solve that problem. Don't make sure you don't starve each other. Okay, make sure you don't starve each other. You have to adjust. Wives, rest if necessary. You say, okay, you say you have been working all day, and now the man is coming, you are stressed and tired. As you are working, be calculating the man on top of your
Let
work.
him be part of your budget.
Yes, let him be part of your budget. Calculate him on top of your work. Say, please, I will. There are some things we can't teach here. When it comes to raw sex class, just go to register for my couples coaching class. That one, my husband is raw. In fact, all the sensible things I used to teach them is only that sex aspect married people enjoy. So if you've not joined my couples coaching class before, we have the one for March. You can still join. But what I'm trying to say is this. The both of you have to upgrade sexually. And in other areas of your marriage.
Another way,
don't neglect it.
Another way you can avoid frequent problem in your marriage is sex. See, you have to stay. See, there's a woman who reached out to me. The husband likes sex very well. So he said that night they were having misunderstanding. He said the man will pass, come back. The man will pass, come back. He can't wear boxer. He said where she was like that, the man now came and slept behind her and was facing her and the hair, so was touching her. She said she knew what the man wanted already. He said later the man said, turn. The result, because both of them like this thing. And that was how they settled their differences that night. So it's very important.
I saw a comment. Somebody said, my husband says sex is something when you are doing it, even if they tell you your mom passed away, you will not stop. I wrote it in my book. Please, men, I encourage you, buy this book, Bedroom Dynamics, for your wife or your husband. Buy it for them. It will help. Okay?
If you are a widow, someone say, what of us who are widows? Please, if you are a widow, for now, close the window until God helps you remarry, all right? So avoid anything that will turn you on for now, so you will not have temptation, all right?
Yes, somebody says sex is not the important thing in marriage, but it is one of the most important things in your marriage. There's communication, there's trust. Is it not marriage I teach? But I'm telling you what is destroying people's marriage. Sex is the major cause.
Does she know how many people that have walked out of marriage because of sex?
Do you know how many people have walked out of marriage because of sex?
They have walked out. They said we have counseled quite a number of people.
So for me to be
they have walked out.
You should know.
They say I'm not. If a lady met me, she said I divorced that guy because he's not giving me sex.
Married woman.
All right. So is that important? So don't. It may not be important to you. Don't generalize it.
To you.
Yes, don't generalize. But somebody like me.
There are some families watching. They are thanking God.
It's true for this broadcast.
I'm telling you, because I know the kind of things I receive in my inbox. The thing is, the fact that people are not coming out to say it does not mean they are not facing these challenges in their marriage. Only few people are bold enough to do what we are doing.
If you want to get the book, click on this link now and get to the WhatsApp group.
I'll attend to you people immediately after the broadcast.
You want to register for premarital class? I think it's 5,000, right?
Yes, premarital class registration is 5,000. The book is 3,000. Please, if you are not married and you are married, you are going through issues, go through that premarital class. It will help you. The registration has started. The premarital class will start 23rd of this month. So registration is still on from now till that. Somebody say best broadcast ever. If people want me to be bringing him, so it will soon start. Please make sure you register. Please go subscribe to the YouTube channel Beauty Akpai.
And my own is Apostle Daniel Akpai.
So when you go to YouTube, just search Beauty or Channel Akpai. Okay. So please, the thing is, it all boils down to befriending your spouse. If your spouse is your best friend, you can discuss anything. You people be free. You'll be free with each other. Okay? All right, so I'll be live again on Wednesday. Okay? So let's make it a date. I've already spent more than 1 hour here. Let's make it a date on Wednesday. The book is 3,000 naira for those of you that want to get it. If you're outside Abuja and you want to get it, be willing to pay for your way bill. When you pay way bill, we'll send it to you. Then those of you that are outside the country, you can get the ebook. Okay? You get the ebook, make payments for it, and I'll send it to your WhatsApp.
And before
please subscribe to my channel, yes. Beauty or Channel Akpai.
Instagram.
There's one I talked about. Should Christian couples have oral sex?
It's true.
Is there. How to know whether a man loves you or not, or a woman loves you or not, is there on my YouTube channel. So just go subscribe. There's a lot of The ring is because of this thing.
The
It's
camera.
because of the
You
camera.
are using the front camera.
So I'll see you people